That man is your top-ranked American, Taylor Fritz, who joins us now on our Vanda Pharmaceuticals desk. Alongside part of the coaching team, our own Paul Anacone. We're going 4 wide on this interview. Thanks for both joining us here.
Well,
Taylor.
Thanks for letting me. I mean,
obviously not as much tennis as you expected to play out there. You only missed 1 point on serve. I think it was like 20 winners to 3 unforced errors. Pretty perfect tennis. What did you get out of today?
I mean, it's just going to be a day that I can kind of recover the body a little bit. Obviously, a lot of time on court over the first 3 rounds. Even the last match, 4 sets, still very physical match. So, I'll get to catch up a little bit.
Your opponent not only was in the doubles draw, he played a 5-setter, a 5-setter, and a 4-setter to get to this point, in part because of your mastermind coach here. Was there any sort of inkling that today might be a short day? Was that at all part of the thinking?
To be honest, no. When I saw that he played a full 3-set doubles match yesterday, I assumed he was healthy. I don't think you go out and play a full doubles match right before the round of 16 if you feel like you're not healthy. So, I talked to him. He said he felt fine in the beginning, and then it was just 1 point. I think at 2-1 where he felt something, and that was it for him.
yeah, it was a great point. I talked to Tomo afterwards, and he said that his back had been bothering him, and then played one long point, and Taylor hit a good lob over his head, and he went back for it, and his groin went.
Yeah.
And so, obviously when you play as much tennis as he's played in this tournament, you have to be careful about that. So I was like Taylor too, and Michael the same way. We saw that he played 2 hours and 40 minutes yesterday in doubles, so you're thinking he's going to be fine. But that's probably why both of Taylor's coaches want him not to play doubles in majors. If I were to go out on a limb, I think I could speak for Michael there.
Taylor, this is your 3rd quarterfinal here at Wimbledon. You've made a major final now as well. So how does this quarterfinal experience and the way you're feeling compare to the previous 2 quarterfinals here?
I think the other 2 times I was in the quarterfinals, it felt like such a bigger deal to me. And I think, and that's what I said after I lost some of those matches where, the more I get in these situations, the more normal it's going to feel, the more I'm going to be able to, handle the situations better. And I'm going to this quarterfinals. It just feels more like kind of any other match.
What about you? I mean, sometimes we'd say to the player, what can you draw on that past quarterfinal? What about you from a coaching standpoint? What can you draw on the past few years that you can use going forward today?
Well, I'm very lucky because Michael spends so much time with Taylor on the road and has been through the thick and thin with him the last few years in particular. So both of us will talk and communicate about what should happen, what can happen. I think the most important thing for Taylor is that he's talked about his maturation, and when we think about it, you look at what the great players have done for so many years. They make semis and finals look normal. They play like it's normal tennis. And the way Taylor's speaking now, this feels like another match for him because he's been there for a long time. Michael knows that. Michael does a great job with all the detail orientations, stats, strategy, the routine. Everything's buttoned up. And so it's just going to be a matter of Taylor going out there trying to execute. And my biggest thing is always the same. I just want him to win and lose on his terms and manage the situation, understand what he needs to do, play his best tennis. And so far, he's been amazing.
Certainly has. Some injuries earlier this year, Taylor. After Paris, you came home, had a nice training block in LA. Paul was there, Mike was there as well. How did that help you coming back to Europe after that?
Just kind of for me, like a mental reset, just to say, forget about the clay courts. It didn't happen. It was bad for me, but I think, it gave me a lot of motivation to then come back out on the grass and perform well because, one, I know I like to play on grass, and just after a really tough couple of weeks on clay, coming back from the injury and then being healthy but still just not playing my best tennis, I was very motivated. So that was, it was a great training block, and then obviously the results after have been great.
We have you both together. It's like interviewing a couple. What is the biggest challenge about coaching him? What's the biggest joy about coaching him?
The biggest joy is that he does my favorite thing. He's an unconditional competitor. No matter what happens, he's never out. No matter how far ahead, he knows it's not over. No matter how far behind, he knows it's not over. And the fact that his desire never, ever wavers, to me, is the strongest asset that he's got. You combine that with the other great assets arguably the best ball striker on tour, one of the biggest serves on tour, and his desire to continue to get better. I mean, to me, I think that's why I've been fortunate enough to be there for as many years as I have. Like I said, Michael, travels with him 35 weeks a year. We try to communicate as much as possible. He's done a great job in terms of the detail orientation on the road, kind of tapping into some resources that Taylor really, quite frankly, wasn't great at initially, doing the warm-ups, doing the training when you're on road, the micro-dosing stuff. Michael Russell's awesome at that stuff. So for me, it's been amazing. The only thing that's really challenging is my debate skills aren't that strong. I don't win the debates nearly as much as I would like. But that's okay, because that's another reason why he's top 5 in the world.
That's why he's got boss on the.
That's exactly. We just have to know where.
I can explain, though.
Okay, go ahead. Yep, go for it.
When we're on the practice court, I think a lot of times it's taken as, and I mean, by now this is taken as I'm arguing, but it's more I want to say what I was thinking in the moment for whatever shot I hit or why we might disagree on something. I want to say what I was thinking, so then you can understand why I did what I did, and then you can tell me why I'm wrong, and then I might say, well, I'm not sure. It's just
it's a great working relationship. And and look, I wouldn't want it any other way. I don't want a yes player to do this because I said so. I raised my kids already. I used that line already. Do this because I'm your dad because I said so. I like the fact that Taylor's always trying to get better, and Michael and I consistently have to be on our toes to make sure what we're saying makes sense to Taylor. And he's virtually the same exact way, because he's saying, well, the reason why that's challenging is because this is how I felt in the moment, and here's why. So it actually makes it better for us to coach. But I will be going back to law school, and then by the time he's retired, I'll be ready to go.
What percentage of time, Taylor, do you say, okay, Paul, I agree?
I'd say quite a bit with you and Mike. I say I agree. A lot of times that we have they tell me something. It's something that I also felt in that moment. But then there's disagreements where, well, maybe a lot around coming to net, but we'd be.
I get the sarcastic
for a long time.
Texts in the middle of the night. This is why this is stupid, and he'll pick out he'll send me something on Instagram. This is why you can't do that. And of course, this is why you don't serve at the body. When someone hits 153-mile-an-hour serve at his body, and he still wins the point, so he had to send me that. But I clarified it. And I said, well, if you go with the body, you got to go with pace. 153 just doesn't cut it.
Every single time I try to hit a body serve, I lose the point. I try to tell them that.
What about the 6-love jinx?
The 6-love, I'm never going to win that
into
one.
this now.
Yeah, I think he might be right.
Paul will send me screenshots.
I think
Paul will send me screenshots when someone wins a 6-0 and then loses the next set.
Clearly, they don't get it.
Love that. See, it's a great relationship.
It is. We got it worked out now.
This couples therapy.
And Michael's there to moderate, mediate, and just meld it all together.
All right. Well, with that, puts an end to this lovely session. Congratulations on getting back to the quarterfinals to Team Fritz.
He's done a great
keep
job.
it going.
He's done a great job.